Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here, bringing you another Battlefield 1 video, and we've got a couple of things to look at in this video. There's not just one story in this one, there's about 3 or 4 of them altogether. But the most important one we're going to start with is that on the CTE server, 2 of the vanilla maps have been converted to the Frontlines game mode. Now, some of you may or may not know what Frontlines is. This was made available through the recent DLC They Shall Not Pass, and it's a mix of Conquest and Rush put together. Works really well on the maps on the DLC, and it's been brought to Amiens and Argonne Forest on the CTE server. Now, this was launched a couple of days ago. I haven't played it myself up to now, but a few people I know that have played it have said that these maps work really well with this game mode. Now, DICE have put out on the CTE Reddit that they're looking for feedback on this from the community. Of course, you can only access the CTE server if you're on Premium and on the PC, but it could be coming to consoles, but we'll get to that in a minute. And they're basically looking for feedback on whether the capture points are well worked out, whether the radius for the capture is worked out, and they're basically looking just to turn and tweak these maps. Now, the fact that these are maps from the vanilla game is getting everybody very interested in the fact that Frontlines will probably be coming to the vanilla game for everybody. So it's going to be no longer locked behind the premium paywall, which is a big move from DICE, but there has been a tendency just recently for them to downplay the whole premium thing. There seems to be a push to try and get away from that business model. It's definitely not a model that they're looking to employ for Battlefront 2 when that releases later this year. So it's big news that these could be coming to everybody, these maps. It's a good game mode. Those are arguably 2 of the best maps within the game, in my opinion anyway. So it's going to be really good to see that this will come to everybody. I'm hoping that it does. I'm hoping that it isn't kept just behind the premium paywall. Premium paywall's all well and good, but you fragment the community too much, so all being well, these maps will be coming to everybody at some point. No dates for that, there's no dates for how long they will last on the CTE server. You're just asked to play it and then fill out a form to just give your feedback on it basically. So if you do have CTE server access, I recommend going and checking out this game mode, see what you think of it on these maps. Argonne Forest is probably a little bit more set up to this than Amiens is. Amiens is a bit of a round map, you can run all the way around it and go through the middle, there's different ways you can do it. Whereas Argonne Forest, it's more or less just front to back, you just got a couple of lanes that all go the same way. So that's probably better set up, but with better placement in Amiens, they could probably set that one up just as well. So yeah, that's good and exciting news. Now the next one is CTE server access has been just for PC players, and there was rumours a little while ago that they would be bringing it to the consoles, but they didn't know when. Now this question was posed to a DICE dev on the subreddit for the CTE server, and apparently his answer was that it will be coming sooner rather than later. Now the reason something like that isn't available for the PS4 and the Xbox One right now is because there's a lot of certification that has to take place from Sony and Microsoft to approve these kind of things for their systems. It's the same kind of certification that they go through to put a game on there or have an update for a game put through. It has to be passed over to them. They do a lot of testing of it and then it's either passed or refused. But it looks as though they're making headway into getting this certified for both consoles, and that would be a big boost really, because the bulk of players are on the consoles. Arguably it's where the bulk of the money is made for DICE, so it's only right that those guys on the consoles that are on premium have access to this as well. And it's better for everybody all round, it's better for all formats. The more people can test, the more people can give feedback, the better product we're going to get at the end of the day. And the final little bit of news I've got for you is that the Suez map, which had a little bit of a tweak a few months ago with regards to the flags and the capture points, there was work being done again to that map. Apparently DICE wasn't happy with the setup of it, but they have now shelved those plans and those are being put on hold, only temporarily for the moment, but they've been put on hold for now, and there won't be any reworking of that map just yet. In my personal opinion, it's set up just fine now. I don't see that it has to change. It's probably in my top 3 of maps to play. I love it when it comes around on the rotation for Conquest. I could maybe see it being a map that could be added into the Frontlines mode. It would maybe probably need a little bit more room on that map, or you would have to have the player numbers cut down. One thing that I didn't mention for the Frontlines thing was that the maps are cut down to 32 players altogether, so there's no 64 player servers for those, but the game mode just doesn't really tend to set itself up very well for that amount of players. But yeah, the Suez map, the changes for that are temporarily on hold. And that is all I have got for you today regarding Battlefield 1. This news is a few days old, I realise that, so I'm a little bit late getting it out there, but I thought I should do a video about it anyway because they are important points and I want my viewers to be up to date with that, considering Battlefield 1 is a game that I'm following quite heavily. So yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.